The latest is QuitTok, a trend gaining popularity overseas amongst Gen X and millennials as they live stream themselves leaving their jobs to millions online. I don't know about this one.
Wow. Career expert Sue Elson is live in Melbourne with more. Sue, good morning to you. What is QuitTok and how did it all start?
Yes, well, it started with a video in the US where a McDonald's store, all the staff left and they filmed it and it went viral. So then people started filming their own resignations online with their Zoom meetings or they reenacted it, and then they would add the hashtag QuitTok or Quit My Job. Now, the good news is it hasn't taken off in Australia, but some research by LinkedIn and Census Wide is showing that over 66% of millennials and Gen Z are actually considering switching their jobs in 2023.
Oh, well, probably we'll see this trend take off here. Why do you think they're quitting their jobs in such a high rate or thinking about it?
Yes, well, a Deloitte research survey of 22,000 people across 44 countries showed that these generations make their decisions on their values. So if the values are mismatched, then they're more likely to consider other options.
Right.
So they also will go against the traditional 9 to 5, and a lot of them actually have entrepreneurial aspirations as well.
Okay, I've got to ask though, back on QuitTok, if there are so many people are considering resigning, would you warn people against doing this and why?
Absolutely, because obviously if it's live and public, then a future employer, 75% of them are going to Google you before a job interview and 95% before a job offer. So they're likely to find it. Now, it could be against the company's social media policy. They could see you as high risk. So I definitely would not be encouraging it. And I imagine a lot of employers would just run the other way as soon as they saw something like that.
Let me go the other way here, Sue. Do you think it's good that the younger generation are looking at their ethics and their morals when they're looking at these jobs, saying, well, this isn't for me, I don't like how this workplace functions, and maybe that will force workplaces to pivot and change the way they're hiring people?
Well, I think it depends on the reason. So if it was, terrible environmental issues, or they paid really badly, or they had other unfair work conditions, then being an advocate for that change could be a really great thing. But for a lot of people, it still seems like, oh, the young people whinging again. So I think you've got to be a little bit careful about the approach that you're taking and why you're doing it. And also ask yourself, do I really want to be seen online in 10 years' time with this same kind of information out there about me?
There's so much burnout out there at the moment, but how do you know when it is time to leave a job altogether or just time to maybe take a week off and have a holiday?
This is a shock. What's going on right now?
Yeah, well, look, I think some people
You're live quitting on it. This is a shock. Sue, I'm so sorry. I did not know this was happening.
I would never.
Look, I think that a lot of people have unrealistic expectations when it comes to work. You can't get all your needs met at work.
Right.
And if 80% is pretty good and aligned with your values, strengths and your personal circumstances, you are doing really, really well. But as I said before, if it's unfair work conditions, then definitely it's possibly time to look for something else.
Just don't leave it up online. Sue,
No,
always good
definitely
advice.
not.
We're going to have to
Thank
live
you.
quit this segment now. Because we're
Only the segment, though.
Only the segment.
Only the segment.
Yeah. Thanks, Sue.
Come back soon.
Thank
See you
you.
soon. Still to come this morning, tennis royalty